this is Chantal from ThePurringCatStudio and welcome back to my channel. Today I would like to create some embellishments for our journals, and I thought of using leftover pieces of fabric. As you may know, I cover a lot of my journals with fabric, actually pretty much all of them, and I'm left with unusable fabric pieces, and I thought, well, I want to use those to make embellishments, and what I've done is so beautiful. I really love it, and I want to share those ideas with you. So if you want to see what I come up with, how about we meet each other on the other side of the intro. Okay, so this is what I want to show you. I am so happy I did this. This is the medallion I was talking about. I did make a video a while ago about them. And this is fabric and ephemera. Easy peasy. It's just like an idea, right? On what to do with our fabric leftovers and pieces of paper and such. So I'm going to first start by showing you how I make those little medallions right here, like so. I made one last night real quick, and that's just to give you an option, okay? So today I'm going to make them with glossy accent. There's also something called, I think, liquid glass, I think, but I've never used it. I have no idea, but I know some people use it to do pretty much the same. And I also made one like so. I don't know if you see that it's shiny with the glare. There you go. You see that? So this is just cardstock, but it's a little stronger now, and it's shiny. And I put this little ball pin in it, easy peasy. And that was made with, because if you don't have, not everybody has glossy accent. So if you don't have it, you can use embossing powder, as long as it's the clear one. So all I did was I put the image on my pad like so, you know, make sure it was all covered, and then I applied the glossy accent, and of course, you know, got rid of the excess as we always do, and dried it with my dryer. And oops, sorry, I have my arms all over the place here. There you go. And there you go. It gives you pretty much the same. I mean, if it wasn't this lady in there, it could be the little boy. Same thing. The only thing is I don't have the background, but I could have easily. I just didn't do it yesterday. I actually kind of forgot, to tell you the truth. I could have taken, let's say, I don't know. Here, just to, let's pretend this is cut into a circle. Have a background or music sheet or writing, whatever it is, to make a background, a little bit like I did here. This was some paper with writing on it. So I could have easily put this on top of a paper and then put the glossy accent. It would have done pretty much the same thing. Put the embossing powder. Sorry. Pardon me. So how about we do these? So I want a background to those. Let me see what I have. And I don't hesitate to rip stuff now because I have plenty, and I'm always keeping things just in case, and just in case, and it never ends, right? So there's two options. Or you have ephemera with writing on it. Right now, as I'm talking to you, I'm just looking for one, and I'm kind of also hesitating to rip it. As I'm saying, don't hesitate to rip it. This would be pretty nice. What was I saying? Yes, so hold on, I need my punch. So yes, if you don't have that, but you have, well, it could be washi tape that you glue on the circle right here. By the way, again, not everybody has what I have. So if you don't have glossy accent and you don't have these wooden circles, which I found at the dollar stores in pack. Some of them were mixed packs, squares and circles, and I found those as well at Michael's. So they're not expensive, they're amazing, and at the end when I want to pierce the hole, I just use this and it goes right through. No problem at all, with a hammer obviously, but you know. So if you don't have what I have and you don't have this, it doesn't matter, because like I said, a piece of cardstock, and on top you put your picture, and on the cardstock you could put washi tape that has writing. If you have stamps with writing, then you stamp down on the paper, glue the paper to your circle, or actually no, that's ridiculous, what am I saying, just stamp your cardstock and then cut it, duh. I'm trying to give you options, and I'm fumbling, no, tumbling, I don't know, the words don't come out right. I don't know what the expression is. Okay, so unfortunately this is bigger than this, but it doesn't matter, I'll just cut around it after. So I'm gonna punch this. I'm not gonna make all of them because this is gonna become very long and boring, you know, to watch. I just want to show you the first one and then we'll move on. So I'm gonna put this camera closer. So first I am going to cut it, because I find glue it, because I can always just cut around it right afterwards. It's easier. So I'm gonna glue this down. I hope you've all been doing well. I'm a lot better. The voice is not completely back, but that's normal. I have no complaints. I'm just so happy that it's gone. Okay, so instead of having to cut all around, I'm just gonna glue one side to the circle, so I only have this excess to cut, instead of trying to cut a tiny excess all around. You have a bigger one just, you know, on one side. Am I making sense? To me, I am. Okay. A bit here. Oops. Perfect. Love, love, love it. Okay, the beautiful lady. Oh, look. Isn't she just gonna be beautiful with the handwriting? It's perfect. So I'm gonna do this. Okay. Oh, I love it with the handwriting. And you know, this was a whole beautiful page that, you know, it's like, oh no, I can't believe I'm doing this. You know what? I have others, and I'm gonna make the other ones with this handwriting too, or this will be used in another project. I'm not gonna throw it out, you know, so we have to use what we have, right? We have to have fun. Okay, so this step, whether you've put it on cardstock, whether it's a stamp underneath, whether it's washi tape with handwriting or music note or flowers, whatever you want for a background, because it doesn't mean you're going to put an old picture. You could put greenery background with a beautiful flower that pops, if that's what you want to do. It's a medallion, you do it as you wish. I'm just in that vibe because, as you know, I'm doing the generation journal, so I'm trying to make things that will go in the journal. So now, of course, I put some hand cream before I got on camera, and I can't open this. Okay, I got it. Oh my goodness. Okay, I cut this a lot, so this might go down a tiny bit too fast. So always have a needle there next to you, because if there's too big, if the bubbles are a little too big, it will show when they pop while drying. Okay, so sorry. Oh my goodness, I can't really get a whole lot closer unless I move this down. Let me see. And then again, you might only see my hands all over the place. Hold on. Well, okay. Well, you still see a lot of my hands. I'm probably gonna have to put it down afterwards, but I'm sure you can. Oh, what's happening here? Is it stuck, or is just me being impatient? Let's see. Maybe a little bit of a column A, a little bit of column B. No, I think it's stuck. Hold on, I'll fix it. Okay, it's fixed. So there's not much to say here other than just pour it on. And again, if you don't have glossy accent, you can use, I see a bubble here. You can use embossing powder. You could also use, hey, you know what? I just thought of that. Glossy medium. Glossy medium will make it glossy and will secure the whole image. Why not? If it's glossy we're after, there's all kinds of ways to achieve that look, because I want everyone to always use what they have if possible. One day I think I'll take you down memory lane if it's something you'd like to see, and I'll show you the first few things that I've done when I started my journey, because I always painted. I always tried a few things here and there, but mostly painting, oil painting, then acrylic. Now I'm trying to learn watercolor. Oh my gosh. It seems everything's backward from what I've learned in others. Like, I'm very sorry for that. I didn't mean to do that in your ear. Everything I've learned from acrylic and oil painting, right? Am I still in camera and in frame? Yes. Yeah, I'm struggling. I'm struggling. I say I'm struggling, and I mean, I still people have bought my paintings, my acrylics, because they really love them. And I have to say, many of them I really love myself. But I know the struggle I've faced while, making them is what I mean. I have a lot to learn. Actually, it's practice now, I think, like I know the basics, the water control and such. Where was I going with this chit chat? I have no idea what I was trying to tell you. Wow, okay. Why did I start talking about that? Oh, yes. Okay, circling back. I'm coming back, people. I'm going to back out. Well, as you can see, this is pretty well done. There are minuscule bubbles that I can't deal with anyways. There's not much. I mean, I don't even think that this needle is thin enough to pop them. Sometimes you can try and drag them, but then you could create this, whatever this would be called. Welt? No, a welt would be up. I don't know. Dip. Thank you. I don't know who I'm saying thank you. Probably just to myself. So, if there's tiny minuscule bubbles, don't fuss over them. That's not going to show. I'm talking bubbles you can actually easily see. Then those you have to pop, right? Pardon me. I'm going to put this aside, and I'm going to fix my camera back up. There we go. My table is dirty. Well, it's dirty. It's stained. It's wood, so I have to really scrub it. Okay, so this will be dried by tomorrow morning, and by the time it's dry, it's gonna be super solid, right? So I'm just gonna put it away before I accidentally put something on it. And now we're going to go to the other project. So I'm gonna put these aside and make the other ones at another time. And why was I talking about the paints? Yes, because I think it'd be interesting if I showed you what I did at the beginnings. Actually, because I redid my studio, I stumbled upon my first few journals. And oh my God, the emotions they brought up, I never expected that. And I felt, I don't know how to say it, like without sounding strange, or not strange, but well, I'll just tell you how I felt, and you can decide what you think of that. I felt a mix of sadness and how could I say it? It's not pride, but yeah, I don't know if it's pride. Sadness and like, of course I won't find the word in English. I don't even know if I know the word in French. It's, like I would go, aw, whatever that sentiment, that feeling would be like, aw, because I was starting. I didn't know. So, by the way, this is not, it's not a leftover, because there is quite enough left that I could make a journal, but it would be too big for a journal. So I know exactly how much is going to be left. It's probably this and this part right here. So I'm just going to tear it and use it for the embellishments I'm trying to make today. So I felt, yeah, that feeling that I don't know what the word would be, like, oh, it's like cute, and at the same time a little sad because I didn't know what I was doing. It was brand new. I started crafting because I felt, I don't know, sad, I guess, or depressed, or I don't know, I needed something, and I started watching. My son has been watching YouTube videos for a while, and I never really watched any of them, and then I realized, wow, there's a lot of stuff you can see on YouTube. And then once I started, you know, watching YouTube, I really appreciated all the things you can learn. And then I stumbled upon Martha's videos. I'm looking for my thread. Give me one moment. Yes, so I found the thread. I felt all these emotions, and I don't know. I don't know why I felt. Well, I felt sad a tiny bit because, like I said, I remember why I started. And then I felt happy because I'm glad that this, you know, it's funny because I started this because I was sad. And this sadness brought me here with you guys. And now I'm not sad, I'm happy. I mean, there are moments where I come down here because I need the therapy. I need the art therapy. I need the me time. In our busy lives, I mean, you know, people say, why are you creating? What's it for? It's for me. It's for my mental health. Yeah, I mean, I like to sell my things, and I do. I sell paintings. I've sold a lot of journals. But I didn't start any of those with the idea of, ooh, I'm going to paint and sell my paintings. No, not at all. I started because I like art. I like creating. And eventually it became, you know, like people say, oh, I would like that. That my mom would love that. Can I buy it? And there you go. Same things with the journals. I didn't know I could sell those. How would I have known that the first time I made a journal? I have no idea. Somebody said, oh, I love that. That would be perfect for this. And would you do one for my daughter? Would you put this? She likes this color and she likes these interests. And there you go. So I was having all these emotions when I saw my old journals. And I know, I mean, I thank the people that did purchase them, and they thought they were lovely, and I'm profoundly grateful that they thought they were lovely. But because now I know more how to do them and what I'm doing, and there's like a general, how can I say, I don't know if that's the right word, a trend. There's a general trend now when I do a journal. I know where I'm going with it, and each page will have a purpose that has to do with the theme I'm trying to go for, right? Whereas before, when I look back, I can see the pages are not necessarily all, they don't all make sense with the idea, but that's experience, you know? So, yeah, I was just learning, and the pages didn't, I go, you know, let's say the theme, actually sometimes I didn't even know if I had a theme. I didn't know what I was doing, and you know what? That is perfectly fine. Be proud of your beginnings. Yes, that's also what I felt. I did feel proud because I've learned so much, and it's only by doing that you learn. You can't just watch YouTube and think you're going to learn. You have to get your hands in there, fill with glue and paper cuts. My gosh, look. But that's how you learn, and it's all good. And I'm learning right now, and I'm going to keep learning and getting better, and I hope you learn with me. So this is the idea. I've always loved when people have, and if you have a sewing machine, please, by all means, go right ahead. I've always loved when people do that with paper. You know, when they go like this, like an accordion, and they go, and it's with paper though. And I always thought, oh, it's so nice. And they just sew it, and it's like a zigzaggy thingy. But like I said, I don't have a sewing machine. So my solution, actually first I'm going to, I like the way I pleated it, so I'm just gonna hold it with this. Usually I don't pleat it right away. You'll see when I do the rest. It won't be pleated in advance. Okay, whoops. Well. Oh my gosh, come on, no? Isn't it always the same? Like every time I'm trying to show someone something. Never mind. Just gonna. It's like for some reason you should see all the thread everywhere and nothing's working like I want it. Oh, okay. That's not even how I did it the first time. Why is it so complicated? It doesn't matter. I'll just go back in, make my knot, and keep going and move along. Okay. I don't even know why I made a knot here. So anyways, just secure your thread at the beginning, whichever way you want. Doesn't really matter. Okay. Wow. Let's start this properly. So yeah, every time I see people make these little, they make these pleats. No. This folds. I don't know what the word is in English. Des plis en français, mais je sais pas c'est quoi des plis en anglais. I don't know what are these in English. Anyways, and they just like sew through them. It's just so beautiful. So I'm just going to do it like that. It's really, I hope you can see, I'm just really like zigzagging, not zigzagging. Wow, folding, I guess I'll say, because I don't know the word. Oh, it's the end of the day. It's the end of the day. It's I go to bed early because I do get up at 5:15 in the morning to make our lunches, have my mocha, relax before I have to wake up my boy and, you know, breakfast and everything, right? So, and get ourselves ready, both of us, to go to school and go to work. Okay, so I just passed the thread in all of these, right? So right now it's tightly pleated, tightly, I guess, pleated. Is that the word? Pleated? Pleated skirt, I guess, right? That sounds right. And you decide on the length and how much pleated, plaids, no, not plaids. How much these you want. Folds, little folds, let's call them little folds. Here, I think this is enough, so I'm going to just secure that so it doesn't, so because if you leave too much thread, obviously it can always unfold itself, right? So I'm just gonna make sure that it won't go any further. Of course it can move on the thread, but it won't because we're gonna glue it down. So I'm just going to, oops, secure this. Where's my middle here? Why am I struggling? I didn't struggle when I did it. It came to me super naturally. But because I want to show you, I am struggling with this. I am not impressed with myself right now. Okay, there we go. I just don't want it to become so long because I wanted a certain length, not too much, right? Okay. You know what I think is bothering me? You don't know this, but the heat just kicked in here, and I am dying of heat. So I'm going to, thank goodness, I think something, the house heard me, and it turned the heat off because I am dying. Let me take a sip. Oh my gosh, I'm so thirsty. Okay, so this is done for now. So I'm going to cut the thread. I leave a lot of length because I actually really love the thread hanging around like that. I'm gonna cut this off. There we go. So now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take a piece of paper. Okay, so I just went and got I think this is a roll of craft paper of some sort. So I'm just going to Yeah, that's a nice jagged edge. I like that. I just want to make sure that it's not too long or not too short. Yeah, that's about right, I think. There we go. Okay, so now I'm just building my embellishment, and these will stop moving once we glue them, and I think it adds so much interest. I really love what it did on the other one. So before I glue it down though, I do want to find some paper to put underneath this. I love adding all the layers, so we're going to go shopping in my box and try and find something that will look good with it. Now there's a lot of pattern on this, so I don't know if this will be too much. This is pretty neutral. I like the bird. Oh yeah, I have to try and make a way that we can see the bird, maybe like so. I'm not sure we're gonna see it a lot. This is a little larger than the first one I made. Oh, this is large enough. Let me see. Yeah, I'll rip it a tiny bit, make it look older. I like that it's, I mean, there's a lot of writing, but because it's so light, it makes this pop. So I think that's really good. And what else do I have in here that would match? I have other white ones. Are they all the same or different ones? Not white, but you know. No, they are different. Okay. Oh, I like that. Let me see. I like that we could see. Oh, yes, I like it. Okay, let's not look any further. Wait now. I would like the small one to go on top afterwards. What do we have? Oh, that's so cute. Look, it's just like the it wouldn't pop, so I don't think I'll use that. Although, no. I could have made it work by putting something underneath, right? I'm sorry for all the throat clearing. Yes, sorry. For all the throat clearing, but as you probably all know by now, unfortunately, because I mentioned it, I was sick, and I'm good now, but you know, there's still some leftover, right? And it's the throat. So I'm thinking this would be nice. I'm not disliking it. I'm not sure of the bow. Maybe I want to go, I don't know. I'll put it aside, but you get the idea. So anyways, we'll just start and then we'll see where it goes from there. So before I can glue all this together, so I want to see this, but these edges are not rough. So I'm going to rough them up a little bit, maybe with my scissors. Sometimes that works, but be careful because sometimes the scissor will cut a straight line and that's not what you want. You just want to age it up a tiny bit, right? Before you ink it, let's say. See, like right now, I pretty much ripped it, so I gotta be careful. I also have this. I don't even know what this was, but it doesn't work that great. I don't like it. This works enough. I can also sometimes just like gently rip a corner and keep going. A tiny bit here, tiny piece there, there. There's always a way. Sometimes I'll even, I don't know if I can find it. Yep. I'll crumple up the page. And then with this, you can go over and it will grab, if you will, or highlight the creases. And then it looks perfectly aged. It's really, really cool. Cool effect. Okay. So go like this. Oh my goodness. Yeah, memory lane. It was really fun to see how far I've come, you know, since I started crafting a little over a year ago. I started my YouTube channel in May. So it will be, oh, I'm so sorry for this throat thing. And I'm so close to the phone with the way my setup is. I really do apologize. Both my hands are here, so for me to pause, I have to like go like this, you know, take the hand. But when it happens, a lot of times I'm just busy with both hands. Yeah, so memory lane was interesting, and I'm happy. I'm happy that I went there, and my channel, like I said, I started it in May. And sometimes I am tempted to go and take out the videos that I made that have like 34 views. And, you know, the table covering was white, I think, back then. And the lighting was poor at best. And I didn't know what to make videos about. I wanted to share what I knew, but I didn't know what could I show, right? Oh my gosh. But it's okay. I'm leaving it. I'm leaving it because there's no shame in starting. And if there's anything you take from me speaking with you today, and maybe if you're interested, let me know. And even if you're not, I might still do a memory lane video, so we can all have a good, like, you know, a chuckle, not a laugh, just more of a chuckle, because it's fun, and it's you know, it's nice to see the progress. Keep some of your first things. If you're new at crafting, don't throw everything out. Keep some of them to look back and be kind, because you'll see. Actually, that's the word I was looking for at the beginning. You know, when I went, "Aw," and I didn't know what to call that "aw" feeling, it was some kind of kindness towards me. Kindness towards the beginner self that I was. And I'm still a beginner. Hello. I've only been doing these for, like I said, I started in the fall of 2020. Like, I think maybe October or November. And yeah, I started in the fall, and then started the following May, my YouTube channel. So I'm still a beginner. I know a few things because I've made mistakes and such, right? But I love looking back, even if it's like sad in a kind way. You know, it's like, oh, I was learning. I didn't know what I was doing. I bought all these things that I don't use now. But you know what? Other people use the things that I purchased before. Not because they're beginners, just because it's their style. And back then I had not found my style yet. So I was just trying out things, you know. I hope that's what you do. And that's why I always try, whenever possible, to give you options. I know I'm chit-chatting here, but I don't think I have to explain what I'm doing right now, right? I explain when I have to. Yeah, I always try and give you options, because I don't want you to go out and do like I did and purchase a bunch of things. Actually, I was careful at the beginning. I did use what I had, and then I took some from a friend. And then I thought, well, I don't like those papers. Those are not my colors. So I went and purchased a bunch of scrapbooking paper, but I'm not really a scrapbooker. Actually, I'm not a scrapbooker at all. So, you know, there was a lot of things I needed to learn. Where to get the paper, what kind of paper, can I make my own, this and that, right? And like I said, I always say I have hundreds of butterflies laying around. I'm never going to use all of them. It's not because they're not beautiful. I just saw Marta from Marumi Small Art use those butterflies this week. And the people were asking her, where did you purchase them? And I'm sitting in front of my TV saying, oh my God, I got hundreds of them. I do give them away. I make care packages because, like I said, it's not that they're not beautiful. They're just not my style. That's all. I didn't know. Okay, so we're going to glue this down so I can use regular glue for this. So I'm just going to go right ahead. So, of course, my theme is more like vintage. I want to put it in my Generations journal. Maybe not this one, because the other one I made, the one I showed at the beginning, I think this is perfect for my Generations journal. But I don't know, maybe this one will be better. Maybe it will end up in my Etsy shop if I can figure out what to charge for shipping. because I made another video. Now I don't know if this one will come out before the other, but I'm talking about how it's complicated because they charge way too much for a tiny envelope that is not a package. Now I know some envelopes can become packages if they're too thick. I'm very aware of all of that. But even so, those are not considered packages, and they're charging on Etsy when it's the calculator, you know, they calculate the rate for you, says $18 to ship a 6x9 envelope to Alberta. My answer to that is no. So I have to go to the post office this week, give them an example of the envelope I'm trying to send, and say, how much would this cost to send it to Australia? How much would it cost to send this, you know, this and there, and then make just like an average. So let's say it costs $10 to send somewhere and $8 to send somewhere else. I'll just put $9 for the delivery, postage, and that's it. That's it. So sometimes, you know, it'll cost me $1. Sometimes it'll cost me nothing. But at least overall, with all the, you know, sales, I won't pay for postage like it's happened to me before. That was an adventure. Okay, so you can make this longer, shorter, more pleated, or less. Like I said, the rope here, I mean, see the pleats move, so you can decide. I'm just gonna apply glue on the paper and just stick it on there and keep going with the project. So wait, does it have, yeah, it has the whole length of the paper. I'm using this fabric tack, which I have to purchase more because I'm running out, just because it's fabric. I know that the regular glue works. When I say regular, I use this what's it called, Aleene's. I always want to say Eileen's. It's Aleene's. A lot of crafters use this, and I just purchased it myself, and it works really well. And it works on a lot of stuff, I find. So do not hesitate to use that. Don't think it matters. So I'm just gonna put this down and try not to glue too much of my fingers in there. I'm gonna push down on it so that it dries, like so. So I want to put, like on my first one, I did put the buttons. I think it looked fabulous and vintage with the picture there. So I'm thinking of putting buttons here too. That's not bad. I like the pop of color, but I don't know. There's a white one here. This is interesting. What else do I have? This I find too dark. Maybe, I don't know. I have all kinds. This is just a tiny sample of what I have. Nope. I like these two. I'm unsure about this one. What if it's a... No. This I've already tried. I really don't want to get up and find other ones somewhere else, so I'm just gonna see what else I have. Oh, this is smaller. Oh, that's not bad. Let me see. Maybe like I think this should be at the bottom. Maybe like this. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so back in you go for another time. I don't know what else I could add. I could add like a word like that, like these, or a vintage number. I like vintage numbers. It could be sewed on top or put in a these bullpen. Yep, could be put like that on top, or even this butterfly is very vintagey, could be also on top. I'll see. For now, I'm going to find what else I'm gonna put on this. So I could put, like I said at the beginning, I thought this looked really nice. Maybe just like a random number 2 like that. And then remember, we're gonna have the, let me grab her without destroying it, hopefully, because it's not dry. The medallion that will be on a bullpen from the top, like so. So that would look pretty good. Let me see if I can zoom in. Okay, so we would have this here. And yeah, that would look nice. Okay, I'm gonna back up. That would look very nice. Nothing like pops out, but that's okay because I'm going for a muted, oops, oh gosh, goodness, okay, not a muted but monochromatic vintage feel. I also have these, maybe that's a nice little cat. He does add a pop of color, but he's vintage, but at the same time he's more retro, I think. So I don't know, I don't like it. It's too, oh, this is nice and soft. It would go with the lady. Oh, I like that. I like that. What about just a ticket like that? And maybe the number 2 again. I don't think, no, maybe not the number 2. Or how about like so? Or how about, see, there's all kinds. Nope. I also have this heart. Now we changed the colors a little bit. We put some color there. I like it all. I actually have no idea what to do now. Too many choices, too many options. So let me see again. I like this. I like that. And I like this. Yeah, this is what I'm looking for. Because the medallion is also a circle, and I find that if I put a circle here, circles for the buttons, circles for the medallion, it's a little too much. That's my humble opinion. You do as you want. You do as you, what is aesthetic to you. There we go. Okay, so that's what I want. So I'm gonna glue those down right away, or no, I'm going to sew the buttons first. I'm gonna sew them and be right back, because I think everybody knows how to sew buttons. It's very easy. You don't need to sit through the whole process. Okay, so the buttons are sewed, and I had to change one of the buttons because I realized the holes didn't let my needle get through because my needle is a little big. And now I just thought some cheesecloth on top just to add even more texture, and I didn't glue it yet, but I don't need to because I will apply glue here and it will seep through because this is just cheesecloth, right? So I'm also going to use my fabric tack because it will land on 2 fabrics, if you will. And of course, if you have a sewing machine, making these strips of fabric, pleated strips of fabric, will be child's play for you. Okay, I'm gonna apply some pressure with this. I won't have glue. I just realized this is paper, not fabric. So of course, the medallion is not dry, but let's just pretend that we're using this one. You can pin it to the fabric. And well, actually, just let me take this one out to show you. It's just pinned, so there you go. So let's pretend this is the one, and there you go. I think this would look very, very nice in a journal. It offers even space for writing. You can write on this, absolutely. I'm just gonna put this back here because I actually find that she looks fabulous right there. Let me see here. Okay, I think she looks great this way, and I'm going to show you in my journal what it would all look like. So this one is not finished, but, and it's big. You can make smaller ones. We're already 43 minutes in, so I'm not sure if I should make another one, if you would stay to, you know, see it and such. But so let's say, well, this page is pretty bland, but all of a sudden, not anymore. See? It's very nice. I really love it. Of course, this took me longer because I was talking with you and such, but this one was really quick to do last night when I tried it. And it adds so much to the page. So much. You don't have to glue it all the way. You could transform this easily into a belly band because you can glue, it's paper, right? So you can easily glue on each end and leave yourself a space so this becomes a belly band. It could also become, you glue it on 3 sides and then it becomes a tuck space. It's really all up to you. I think it's a fabulous option. It's a way to use your scraps of fabric. This was actually a scrap of fabric. The one I used today, as I said, I still have enough of the fabric to make a journal cover, but I know how much is going to be left because I always make the same sizes of journals, right? So I kind of knew how much I would have left. I say a lot. I say a lot. I just realized that by watching my intro. It's because I'm translating in my head. Oh my gosh. You know what? I had the intention of gluing it on the page, like in the middle to make, you know, but now I'm thinking a tuck space. This is amazing. I am in love with this. I'm going to make a lot more. Oh, look. Oh, I love it. I can't wait to put the medallion up there. Look at that. Perfect tuck space. There we go. Oh, I sure hope this gave you idea. I want to make smaller ones. I might make another video because I have other ideas with the same principles that we've applied here today, but with frames and such. Oh my goodness. You know what? I really wish I could keep going, but I've been chatting so much and I took more time than I wanted for this project. I thought this would be a 30-minute video and it's already 46 minutes in and I still have to say my goodbyes. So I'm going to stop the video here for today. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. I really hope it gave you ideas. I hope I gave you enough option on what to use if you don't have what I have. And I'm going to try and link everything. I always try and put the Amazon links. It gives me a very small commission. Like, I'm not kidding. I think the last time people have bought for $400, let's say, of all my suggestion, I think I get $30. It is very small, but you know what? It's better than none. So I do put the links on Amazon, of Amazon for the products, because you know it's nice to know where things got purchased. Sometimes it's not on Amazon. It's not very often, but when it's not, I don't hesitate to put the links even if I don't get anything. It's just my pleasure to tell you where to purchase your stuff too, right? But I hope this gave you options. Like I said, you don't have to have the glossy accent. Maybe you have liquid glass. Maybe you just have the embossing, the clear embossing powder. Maybe you have the glossy medium. It will all work because the idea is we're trying to make something shiny, make it look like a medallion. So you really only need cardstock circles, and you can print a background. You can put washi tape as a background, although I would add glue because washi tape doesn't stick very well on things, I find. I'm sorry for washi tape companies, but I mean, I love them, but they don't necessarily stick very well. So yes, there's always a way to go around things, right? So I hope you've enjoyed this. Please don't hesitate to give me a thumbs up. It keeps my channel alive. It tells you YouTube that a lot of people like my video and they're going to suggest it to other people. Eventually I would like to do this full time. It will take I think a few years still, but you know, I got to start somewhere, and I'm just happy you're here for the ride. I hope I can always find new ideas to share with you and new ways of doing things, like suggesting other things to use if you don't have what I have. And yes, please don't hesitate to give me a thumbs up. have a tiny bit of a comment if you want. I always love to hear from you. And also, if you can share to maybe your crafty friends, I would really appreciate it, through your Facebook accounts and social media and all those things. So again, I will say thank you for watching. I hope to see you soon. Bye. Bye bye.